everybody and welcome to 2015. So today's video is going to be all my 2014 beauty favorites, and we're going to be calling this Best in Beauty 2014. I will go ahead and link Best in Beauty 2013 down below. So I have a couple things that I want to say before this video starts, and then we're just going to jump in. So the first thing is my memory is not that good. I don't really remember the first half of 2014. That's just the way I work. I don't know, my memory's just not that great. I don't even remember what I did last week, let alone at the beginning of the year. So I actually had to go back and watch some of my videos over again from the beginning of the year to see if I was leaving anything out or missing anything. But I do want to say that just because my memory is bad does not mean that these are not staple items from 2014. All of these things that I'm going to mention were staple items and still are staple items in my beauty routine. So of course I'm not going to mention every single favorites that I had in a monthly's favorites video, because otherwise we would be here for hours and hours and hours. These are just my favorites of favorites of favorites. So the second thing I want to mention is that as I was going through my makeup items and my collection to pull out certain things that I wanted to share with you guys in this video, I noticed some things were missing out of my collection. Some of my very favorite things that I did want to mention in this video. And I don't know if it's because my kids might have snuck into my drawers and took them somewhere, or if they got lost in the move with all my boxes and my beauty items and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, those items are completely gone. I will have to go out and purchase them. Those items that I did want to mention, I will be mentioning them when the time comes, when it's in that category. But I do want to say all the things that were missing that I don't have now, or that I used and ran out of that I don't have now, I have mentioned them in past monthly favorites, so it's not something that is completely new where you would have no idea what I was talking about. So that's pretty much it for my explanation of things. I do have a bunch, like my whole entire desk is covered with beauty items, so I'm not going to sit here and explain each individual item, because I have mentioned them in past videos before, most of them. So I'm just gonna do a quick little mention of each product. The first thing we're gonna do is face primers. I have a couple. So the first one that I want to mention that I was loving at the beginning of the year is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. And this is what it looks like. This I absolutely loved. It comes out like a creamy white, and it says that you can use it alone, under, or over the top of makeup. I used it as a primer, so of course under my makeup, and I just loved the staying power of this product. I do have a first impressions, and I believe I mentioned it in a couple of my monthly favorites before. Second primer is the L'Oreal Pore Vanisher Youth Code. This is what it looks like. Now I do not have a full size of this because I got this for $5 at Walgreens. I have used this every single day and in a bunch of tutorials I'm sure you guys have seen, and this thing is still at least halfway full. So the $5 is definitely a way to go if you're not willing to shell out $20 to $25 for this thing. But this is a great primer. I don't notice so much as a pore vanisher, but it does give me a great base to start out with, and it makes my foundation go on very, very smoothly. Now for foundations, I do actually have two foundations and a BB cream. I'll do the BB cream first because I'm sure you guys know which BB cream I'm talking about. It is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream, and this is the anti-redness one. This is what it looks like. I went on a crazy BB spree and use this sucker every single day, I swear, for like 2 months. I love it. I need to go purchase another one because mine is completely out. I really want to go try the orange one, but this, I just love this. If you have redness in your face at all, definitely try this anti-redness out. It is, I want to say, light to medium coverage. It depends on if you build it up or not, but I just love it. It's really an amazing BB cream, and I definitely recommend it. Okay, so two foundations. Let's do the newer one first. The CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion. Mine is in 220. I did a first impressions on this, and I just love it so much. I haven't been able to use it recently in the last couple months because this is an extremely dark shade for me. This is when I was tanning and using self tanner, and Obviously, it's just not gonna match my body right now, so I haven't been able to use it, but it is a great foundation. My most favorite foundation, I'm sure you guys already know, is the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Stay Fabulous foundation, and my shade right now is a natural beige. I think I have like 4 of these CoverGirl foundations now, and I absolutely love them. If you have oily skin and you want a medium to full coverage foundation, definitely go pick this up. This last one I picked up was actually at a Kmart closing sale, and I think I got it for like $5-6 or something. It is amazing. Anytime anyone asks me about a foundation to go get, I recommend the CoverGirl 3-in-1. I love it. It was in my last year's beauty favorites as well, and I think I'll be using this for an extremely long time. Okay, so now instead of going right on to concealers, I am gonna do face illuminators or highlighters, and I have 2. So this first illuminator that I'm going to mention, I did do a pick it up or pass it up. If you guys are new to my channel, it's a series that I did at the beginning of the year, and I probably should do more of those and bring it back because a lot of you really liked them. So this is the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights Face Illuminator and Peach Light. This is what it looks like. It's very, very, very pretty on the skin, and I usually mix it in with my foundation. This is it right here. It just gives a beautiful illumination to the skin. It has no sparkles or anything crazy in it at all. Like I said, I do mix it in with my foundation, but you could use something like this as a highlighter. So take a little bit and tap it where you want like your highlighter to be, on the tops of your cheeks, down your nose, whatever. You can do so many things with these, and they have a great shade range. I actually have a bronze one as well. So when I was really tan or need to darken up my foundation, I mixed that one in. But I do really like this face illuminator. It's extremely beautiful and lightweight. The next illuminator I'm going to mention, I'm sure it's no surprise, I've already seen it in a million yearly favorites videos, and it is the BB Plus Illumination Facial Cream from Gerard Cosmetics. I don't really have to say a lot about this product. I use it all throughout summer. It's an amazing glow. I again mixed this one in with my foundation. I just think it works easier that way, and I gotta tell you, if you buy one thing of this, this will last you forever. It's absolutely stunning. It has more of a golden undertone than the Peach Lights one. It has more of like a pinky undertone, but again, it has no sparkle, no glitter chunks. It's absolutely stunning, and if you guys haven't picked it up, I definitely recommend that you pick it up. Again, if you get one bottle of this, this will last you more than a year. I've already had it for, I want to say 6 months, and I haven't even put like a dent in it. It's probably been longer than 6 months since I had it, but I absolutely love this stuff. Again, I have a 25% off discount code if you guys are interested in any of the Gerard Cosmetics or Whitening Lightning products. Now on to concealers. So the first concealer I'm going to mention is a high-end concealer, and the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because it is an amazing product. The product that I'm talking about is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have mine in the color Vanilla. So this is what the product looks like. It's very sleek, very high-end, very pretty. So this is the swatch I have right here for the color Vanilla. So this is an amazing concealer, but I have to say that it does remind me a lot of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is another great product. But as far as the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, it is an amazing concealer, and if you guys are into the high-end makeup, then you definitely have to give this a try. It is amazing. It blends out very nicely. There's barely any creasing. There is creasing, just like I said, all concealers have creasing, but it barely has any creasing, and they have a great shade range, and I love NARS. NARS is one of my favorite high-end products to buy. So if you guys haven't tried this out, it's amazing. If you guys want to try something like it, try the Maybelline Fit Me. It's almost identical. The Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. I'm sure you guys have heard a bunch of this. There's not really much that needs to be said about this product. I have mine in Fair, and I've been using this stuff for years now, so that's always a great concealer to have. The next one is kind of a newer one. It's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and I believe this one is in light medium. This one is in light medium. It's a great highlighter. It's an extremely bright under eye highlighter if you guys are interested in highlighting your face. As you guys can see, it's extremely light, but it blends out so flawlessly. And the last concealer that I have is the L'Oreal Invisible Lift CC Eye Cream, and this is what it looks like. So this one is in light. I loved this thing so much. I used it so often, it's crazy. This actually has the roller ball applicator. So if you guys can see that, it has like a metal little ball and you just roll it on the back of your hand and it is so cooling. It gives that cooling effect. So if you have those under eye bags, this roller ball, since it's metal, you can just feel it cooling your under eyes. I love it. I used it for weeks and weeks and weeks on end without touching anything else. I absolutely love this. So now let's do powders. I actually have quite a bit of powders. I'm gonna do some face powders and then I'm gonna do some setting powders, which I usually use for my highlights, so underneath my eyes and down the middle of my forehead. So the first two powders that I'm gonna be talking about that I set my entire face with are the NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder. This is what it looks like. I absolutely love this face powder so much. As you guys can tell, I have hit pan on it. Now you can use this as a face powder, like face setting powder or an under eye powder because it is translucent. But what I like to do is set my entire face with it. It looks white, but it sets translucent and you can't even see it. It's an amazing face powder. I use it for underneath the eyes and my face. So the next one I'm gonna mention, I only use as a face powder, not as like an under eye setting powder. It is the Revlon Nearly Naked in Light. This is what it looks like. Again, I obviously like it because I have hit pan on it. This is the only face powder that I've actually ever used as a touch-up powder. I've never used powders as touch-ups. I don't know why, but this one really, really works. If I have a blemish that I want extra coverage on, I go ahead and I actually use the sponge and I build it up on that blemish, and this powder works amazing. I love it. I don't know why I haven't used it more, but I definitely will be picking up another one of these. And if you haven't tried it, you definitely need to get your hands on it. So now moving on to under eye setting powders. So anything that you want to look whiter and brighter and not just a basic face powder that matches the rest of your face or your foundation. So I'm going to mention the high-end one first because I do have some drugstore alternatives for you guys, and this is the NARS Light Reflecting Loose Setting Powder. So this is what it looks like. This is the top of it, and again, it is a loose powder, so all the powder is in the bottom. This is an excellent under eye setting powder. It has the most beautiful shimmer, like not even shimmer, just like light reflecting specks, not big specks of glitter, and it's not like you're throwing shimmer all over your face. It's very, very subtle and it's very, very fine powder, and it just looks absolutely stunning underneath your eye if you're setting like a highlight or anything that's going on. Now, I do want to say that I do have an alternative for you, and I have mentioned it in the past before. It is the Wet n Wild Fergie, and this is Take on the Day Mattifying Powder. This is what the package looks like. Again, I mentioned this before. It has the same type of deal going on with the just very subtle shimmer or light reflecting specks that you see in there. It's nothing glittery or over the top. It goes on translucent, so it's not extremely white, and it's just very, very soft, very, very smooth, very, very fine, but it is in a pressed powder instead of a loose powder. I also do have another one, which is the Revlon Photo Ready, and this is a pressed powder as well. It doesn't say much on the back, but it is just like a setting powder, and it also has, so this is the package, sorry. This is the package, this is what it looks like, and I don't know if this is limited edition or not, but it does have the same light reflecting specks in it. It may look scary, but it goes on translucent, so you guys can't even see that. But if you just want to set the under eye area, it really draws attention there and just gives you this radiant glow. I just absolutely love these types of powders. They have quite a few in the drugstore now, and it is a better alternative and a lot less cheaper alternative to something like NARS, because I know the high end has a lot more powders like this to choose from, but drugstore is also coming out with some really, really great products that are cheaper. So moving on, let's see, what else do we have? I'm gonna go ahead and let's do bronzers. So I have one that I've been using for years now, and it is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. There's not much to say about this product as well. It's a staple in the YouTube world. Of course, I hit pan, and this is like my second or third one that I have. It's an amazing all over bronzing powder if you just want to have a natural bronze glow going on, you can powder your whole face or have a really natural contour. I like contouring and then just feathering it all over my face and keeping the under eye not bronzed, but it does have a very, very natural feel. It's not too orange, it's not too red, it's just the perfect shade, and I absolutely love it. Actually, I do want to mention that I will have my top 5 favorite drugstore bronzers coming up very soon, right after this video, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Another one that I want to talk about is the Revlon Photo Ready in Bronzed and Chic. This is what the package looks like, and this is what the powder looks like. You have 4 different shades of bronze in there. You can either choose each individual one or swirl them around all together and mix it around. I like using this again as a all over bronze, or you can use it as a contour. You can use the top half for like a natural bronze, or you can use the bottom half right here for a more deeper, darker, harsher contour. The last bronzer that I want to talk about is the Maybelline Master Bronze Matte Bronzing Powder, and this is in Paradise Bronze. So this is what the package looks like, and this is what the powder looks like. It is a very natural color, but at the same time, it's a lot deeper and darker. It does have somewhat of a reddish undertone to it. Again, I'll be talking more about the bronzers in my top 5 favorites, but this is an absolute amazing bronzer. Again, it is 100% completely matte. I use this more of for a contoured look because it is a little bit deeper and darker than my actual skin tone, but it's really, really smooth. It doesn't go on too chalky or it doesn't go on too choppy. It's just a really, really beautiful bronzer, and I absolutely love it. My favorite blushes of 2014. I have 3 to share with you, and the first one I'm going to mention is of no surprise. I said it in my last yearly favorites, and I'm gonna say it this year. It's been mentioned in many of my monthly favorites videos, and it is the Milani Blush in Luminoso. So this is what it looks like. It's extremely beautiful. It has the most beautiful shimmer sheen to it, but there's no glitters or big chunks of anything in it. It comes off as this beautiful orangey pink color. It's absolutely stunning. You can wear it with any makeup look. It just goes with everything, and it's amazing. Another one that is by Milani is the Milani Powder Blush, and this is in Coral Cove. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is the blush. Now these I found out were limited edition, but they brought them back and they are now part of their permanent line. Again, this one is in Coral Cove. I used it every single day for a really, really long time. These are extremely, extremely pigmented, and they're definitely worth the money. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. They have, I believe, 4 or 5 shades in the powder blush collection with the ones with the flowers on them. So if you guys haven't checked any of those out, definitely check them out. And the last blush that I'm going to mention is the NYC Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder, and this is in the color Pink Cheek Glow. So this is what the packaging looks like, and this is what the product looks like. It looks like I barely even used mine, but I swear to God, I use this stuff all the time. It's an extremely, extremely pretty blush. You can build it up so it's pigmented, or you can leave it very natural looking. And you see how my finger just did that? All you have to do is wipe it away, and it looks brand new again. I love this thing. It's extremely affordable and just a really, really pretty blush. Again, you can build it up to be very, very pigmented and in your face, or you can wear it very natural, and it's just an amazing blush for the price. Can't get enough of those things. I have a couple of them. So now I think I'm going to move on to highlighters. I actually have 4 of them to show you, but 2 of them are identical, and the third one is very similar. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the very, very different one. And this is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips and Vegas Strips. So this is what the package looks like. It's not a new product at all. I've had it for years now, but it's absolutely stunning. I love it. Has, again, no big shimmers or big sparkles, but it has the most amazing reflection in it. Again, it reminds me a lot of the Gerard Cosmetics BB cream, but this is like obviously in a powder form. Let me see if I can get that glow going on. See it? Oh my god, it's so stunning, so beautiful. And the next one is the Maybelline Master Highlight Highlighting Blush, and this is in nude. A bunch of you have seen me use it in many of my tutorials at the beginning of 2014. It's an amazing product. You can use it as a blush and as a highlighter, or as a highlighter or a blush. You can put it on as a blush, and it's pretty much like a 2-in-1. You don't really need a highlight on top of it. It's stunning. Whoa, brush just flew out at me. So I will go ahead and do a little swatch. I started using it not as a blush, but as a highlight, and I just love the iridescence it has. It's so pretty. So pretty as a blush or a highlighter. It's kind of got that Milani feel to it, where they do have a lot of shimmer and reflection, just like the Milani baked blushes, but they are amazing. I love Maybelline for doing that. And the two last ones that I have are exactly the same, just by different people. The Wet n Wild Fergie Center Stage To Reflect Shimmer Palette, which looks like this. And I raved and raved and raved about this product. It's the pink one. They have, like, I believe, like a brown one or something. They have a couple of these, but this one's the pink one. It's absolutely stunning in the package, right? Well, I found the exact same thing in the e.l.f. Bake Blush, and this is in Pinktastic. So this is what the packaging looks like on this one. And this is what the product looks like. Now, I believe this was $3 and this was $3. I believe they're right around the same price, but obviously you get a lot more in the Wet n Wild one, so it's almost worth it. If this one is more expensive, which I don't think it is, it's almost worth it to get this. It has like pink and almost gold reflexes in it, like shimmer reflex, and I don't know if you guys can even see that. Let's see. It's like right here. It's very, very natural, so pretty. It's amazing. And then I'll go ahead and do this one right next to it. Okay, so this one is the Fergie one, and this one is the e.l.f. one. So you can't even really see the difference. So this has a little bit more pink in it, but pretty much they're exactly the same. They're absolutely stunning. If you're looking for a good highlighter, I definitely recommend that you check either one of these out. They're pretty much the same thing. Again, very, very inexpensive. So now that I think we're done with all the face products, I do want to mention a couple setting sprays. So the first one that I want to mention, I actually don't have here with me because I completely ran out of it, but I do have its brother or its sister. This is the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Spray. So it's a makeup setting spray, and this is what it looks like. I used the matte for, I want to say, like 3 to 6 months or something like that, and then the last 6 months of the year I bought this one. I definitely like the matte a lot better than I like the dewy. I thought I really, really, really liked the dewy, and then after, I want to say, like a month of using it, I just realized that I really like the matte better. I like both of them. They're extremely just an amazing product. I don't want to say that they make my makeup seem like it lasts longer. It just seems like when I have a bunch of powders on my face, it really just helps soak up the extra powders and just makes my face seem completely flawless, and you don't see a bunch of powders, you know, all over my face. So that's what I like using the NYX setting spray for. But if you are oily like me, I definitely recommend that you get the matte one. The dewy one is fine for oily skin, but it's just gonna make you seem a lot more, I want to say, shiny, not in a bad way. Not it doesn't look like you're oily. It just looks like you have a lot more shine coming through. So I'll go ahead and spray this one on right now so maybe you can see. And when I set my stuff, I set my stuff. I don't use like 1 or 2. I use like 100 sprays. But I mean, as you guys can see, it doesn't look like I'm oily. It just looks like I'm shiny. So I don't know. If you guys don't like the shiny feel, then I definitely recommend that you get the matte instead of the dewy. I like both of them, but I would definitely lean towards the matte for myself next purchase. The other one that I want to mention is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Yes, this stuff is amazing. This is actually a full bottle that I just received for Christmas, and yes, I will be doing a haul in what I got for Christmas. I just haven't had any time, and I definitely wanted to get this video up first. So I definitely will be doing that. But I did get a full size because I love it so much. You can get the trial size, the one that I had. It's like probably like this big for 14 bucks. That's actually cheaper than the L'Oreal setting spray that they just came out with. You can pick it up on the way out to check out at Sephora or Ulta. They have those little makeup stands that are like travel friendly sizes of products, and I think I got mine for $14. I'm pretty positive. This is definitely an amazing setting spray, and it is cheaper, not the big size, the small size. It's cheaper than the drugstore makeup setting sprays. It's amazing. You need to try it. If you haven't tried it, don't be afraid just because it's Urban Decay. It's $14. We can all afford $14. Physicians Formula is $14, so get your hands on it. Hey everybody, makeup change. So when I sat down to edit this video that you're watching right now, it ended up being an hour and 10 minutes unedited. I started editing, cutting away things, and you know, just editing the video. And at the end of the face portion of the video, it ended up being 25 minutes. So here's what we're gonna do. This video that you're watching right now is going to be my best in beauty of 2014 for face products. So that's what you've seen. The primers, the foundations, the concealers, the highlighters, the blush, the bronzers, the setting sprays, all that. Everything that you apply on your face, the foundation of your face, this is what this video is. So it's going to be a best in beauty 2014 for your face. So I am going to have a 3-part. The second part that is going to be uploaded probably in a couple days or the day after, or however I work it, is going to be the eye portion. So the eyeshadows, the eyeliners, the eye bases, the mascaras, all of that good stuff. False eyelashes, eyebrows, everything. So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you can see part 2 and 3. If you guys are wondering what the third part is all about, it is actually going to be just mostly beauty stuff. So I'm talking about makeup brushes, hair care, skin care, electronics that I've received this past year, and also my most memorable moment of 2014, or my most memorable moments of 2014. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was way too long for you guys and if you guys just couldn't handle it. I don't know how this video ended up getting so long, but thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks everybody.